Hey, good evening. And this week we are talking about, journal number 4. There are some very interesting topics in this week's lesson, and I'll go over a few of these and then kind of expound on some of those. We also talked about the assessment of the purpose of value proposition and the recognition of propositions from well-known brands. So basically, there are brands out there that kind of convey their value to the consumer. Other than just service or a good, it may be something that the consumer actually needs. So basically, firms try to justify their value. Like, let's say for Nike shoes. A Nike shoe, if you're getting like the hottest Jordan, it may be $225 to buy at retail, or close to five to $10,000 or $1,000 in the secondary markets. So basically, what Nike tries to do is through their advertising, marketing, and campaigns, is pretty much show that if you're paying over $200, here's what you're getting out of the shoe. And other people do that as well, especially high-end marketers such as places like Apple or Samsung or even like Rolls Royce or Lamborghini or Ferrari. And those have very more niche marketing because like you've never seen a Rolls Royce commercial, you've never seen a Ferrari commercial, you've never seen a Lamborghini commercial because obviously the general person in society probably cannot afford those things, and so they're not in the market. So they have a very niche strategy to basically put their marketing in places where people with the means to buy that product will be. Obviously, I haven't been in that niche, so I don't know how exactly they market out to those people, but I know that they don't market to me. One thing I want to go forth a little bit more is we want to talk about points of difference and points of parity. Points of difference is basically attributes or benefits that consumers strongly associate with the brand, and they believe these points cannot be found with any other brand. A good one is like Apple. People think that Apple has the best cell phones, have the best technology, have the best computers, have the best laptop, have the best earphones. They pretty much believe that the standard of quality that Apple has and the attributes that it does have that they cannot find anywhere else. And Apple relies on this to kind of market it the to their consumers. But then also you have points of parity where firms kind of have the same offerings, but the firm kind of differentiates their offering as the best. I think points of parity a lot you'll see in cars because pretty much nowadays in all cars, obviously, one, they drive, two, they're safe, three, they have entertainment options. Most cars nowadays, if you buy them brand new, will have Bluetooth technology already in them, will have some type of entertainment system, will have navigation, GPS, internet. Those things are fairly standard. Back in the day, to get those type of things, you had to buy the high-end cars. Now, I've seen where you can get those in, like a standard four-cylinder Honda or Kia or, any of the other, everyday consumer vehicles. But with points of parity, the competitors try to push themselves as the best. So that's what you see with the Mercedes, the Lexuses, the Audis of the world, where they say, hey, all these cars do the same thing. But when you really get down into the details, you'll see that we stand head above the rest. So we're not differentiated in the market, but we are definitely a leader within the market if we're talking about these things. And definitely in my workplace, my company provides a product which is very similar to a lot of other companies out there, basically doing payroll and HR services. And so we basically use our points of parity to say, hey, they could do HR, we could do HR. They could do payroll, we could do payroll. Our thing that we focus on is that we have the best customer service and we have the best track record as far as company stability, profitability, and results. So we use those points of parity to line up and say, hey, we are the same, but then we use our unique characteristics to be better for everybody else. And I think these are just very good topics to learn about in class. And I had a good week learning these and reading about these. And that has been week 4 journal for Randall Peak. Thank you.